Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright, Jr. of www.StressFreeNow.info.
Good morning. This is Dr. Bob, the Stress and Pain Relief Doctor, coming to you on a sunny day in spring 2023 from Copenhagen, Denmark. And today's wellness tip is to, again, stress that when you face an unexpected situation, seek to figure out how you can increase your locus of control in the situation. So let's say you had planned on renting a car, or someone was supposed to meet you in a designated place, etc. So instead of freaking out, take a step back and try to figure out not just a solution, but elevate your thinking to what else might be going on here. Maybe this is happening for a reason. So here would be an example. I took a cruise from New York City to Rome, Italy. And then because the situation with flying in on the airlines is not what it used to be, I spent 6 days in Amsterdam before this cruise, which I'm on. And so unexpectedly, I had an issue with my credit card when I went to buy something, because I didn't have time to let the credit card company know I was going to be outside the United States, because I had gotten thrown under the school bus by Frontier Airlines. So that meant I had to drive round trip from Pennsylvania to Denver unexpectedly. And so that ended up taking me much more time, and turned into a very good thing, because I was able to spend time with friends I hadn't seen in a long time. However, that resulted in a 3-day window in being home rather than a 10-day window before my next trip. So here's the thing. I did not book my trip back to the United States. Now, I've never done that before. I've never planned a travel itinerary and then not have the tail end, which is going back to the United States. And so here's what happened. Because my cell phones kept getting hacked, and hacked badly remotely, to the extent where my password to enter my own cell phone was changed remotely. So for the last 90 days, I've been without a smartphone. So now, for some people, traveling without a smartphone, that would cause them stress. But actually, it's the opposite has been. I've been relieved. First of all, I have no cell phone bill. Secondly, I'm disconnected from the news and scrolling, etc. And so when I finally got to Amsterdam, I had been off email for over 2 weeks, and so then I'm checking my emails, etc. But what a relief not to be getting any texts interrupting me. And so I've had a sense of relaxation. But here's the bottom line. So because I had not booked my flight back to the United States at the end of this cruise, when I checked my email in Amsterdam, I got emails from friends I hadn't seen in 7 years from Wales, and unexpectedly, they are back in the UK and said, hey, why don't you come spend some time with us? It'll be fantastic to see you. Well, I was absolutely stunned. And then in that moment, I knew why the universe had, for the first time, had me not book my ticket back to the United States. And now, when I went to, I was thinking about, booking my ticket from London, coming back to the United States. I had another glitch with the credit card. So I'm like, oh, you know, I've wanted to go to Cape Verde for a long time, and the fares are actually quite reasonable, much more reasonable, about a third of what it costs to fly from the United States. So I think that that might be my cue instead of rushing back to the United States to finally, after, let's see, about almost 25 years wanting to get to Cape Verde, that I could actually get there and maybe spend a week there. And so, for those of you who don't know where Cape Verde is, um, they're islands off the coast of Africa. If you look at a map of like Senegal and Ivory Coast, so they are west of Senegal and Ivory Coast. So they speak Portuguese there. So the main tourist island, I think, is Sal, and the another island is Boa. But in any event, my point is this: so not only because I was able to stay relaxed and loose enough and not be upset that I didn't have the last piece of my trip tied down, that opened up an opportunity to see friends that I hadn't seen in a long time, and also found out that there's a large podcasting conference going on at the same time in London. So I'll be able to do multiple things just because I left my schedule open. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone do that because, when my wife was alive, I probably would have never done that. I like to have things tied down, but a guy traveling by himself or a woman traveling by himself, you're much more open. In fact, on the last cruise I was on, I met a woman from Princeton, New Jersey, and she was saying the same thing. She was traveling by her husband, and because she was solo, she was meeting all these people that she would have never met if she had been with her husband. And so this was the first time she had cruised without him. And so it became a very interesting experience. Every day she was meeting people that she had things in common with, and that she knew that she would not have met them. And so the universe creates open opportunities. So as long as you stay open to change, stay flexible, what you'll find is that you will experience benefits in many, many ways. And so now, instead of having to pay for lunch, I'm going to lunch that's already paid for. So this is Dr. Bob signing off from StressFreeNow.info, Stress Free Now podcast. If you like what you hear, please go and subscribe to my podcast channel and share my Stress Free Now podcast with family and friends and colleagues. Until next time, be safe and be well.